Morning, everyone. Welcome back. And to those of you who are new, welcome to this space. My intent was to do this reading for Virgo, but as soon as I threw down the cards, I felt like it is a collective. So I'm going to move forward and just read, and we will make a decision after, and just let spirit guide me. And I'll explain why. I'll do it now. Ended up drawing the universal hexagram. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a hexagram that, you can draw without lifting your pen, if you will. Now, in the tot cards, the definition of this, to the best of my understanding, or limited understanding, if you will, it's about a grand marriage. It's about looking at the coming together of all the elements, right? Fire, air, water, discs, and it includes spirit. And the Hierophant is on top of it. And here's Isis. Well, the priest, right? This is the priest and the high priestess. So this marriage, and immediately what I got was this card that's been going through that I pulled for all the readings this week. And what I generally get from this card, and I still feel it today, but we'll have to get into the cards and get clarifiers. But this card to me speaks of, well, it speaks to me of the beginning of creation, the Big Bang. It speaks to me about all the wisdom and the knowledge with that. What am I saying? Quantum physics, string theory, wave formation, all those things that, we as a society are learning and expanding. Not that I understand it, but this is always reflected to me as having knowledge about creation itself. And to me, that's what quantum physics does. It gives me an understanding and a way to have a perspective as to how it is that I can tap into some of this stuff. Because to me, it's like I have the strings. There's attachment to energy that I pull in, and it really is only a string. It's a tiny bit of information. It's a sliver of information. It is only a splinter of truth. And quite frankly, most times when I do readings, I don't really hear myself all that well. Especially like if I'm channeling something, I don't really hear it. And I have to go back to my readings to know what it is that I had said. But anyhow, this speaks of, with the Hierophant on here, this is the marriage. And I've been talking about, I had a reading where the Divine Feminine was moving forward, and that's what this card said to me when I pulled it, and I was going to use it for the collective. It's called the Outer Core, and it's about fluidity. And this is someone that has a 3 vibration. When I first pulled these cards, it was like, I'm stepping out. I want the world to know. Dee 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 dee. And that's what I got. And this here is almost confirming the true nature of the marriage between the male and the masculine and feminine energy. It's almost as if what I'm feeling is we're in it. It's here. It's happening right now. And it's bringing us to a higher vibration. It's leveling us up. That's the Judgment card. That's the Judgment card. The Awakening. And, oh, that's interesting. You see, can you see this outer person and this inner person? Yeah, it does really feel like the masculine and feminine is right at this very moment. So Virgo, how wonderful is that that came out in your reading? I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this as a collective as well. So I use these cards for every single sign. I told you about this one. This was on the bottom of the deck. This is passion. This is the soul. This is butterfly medicine. This is dragonfly medicine, moth medicine. And then underneath, that is expansion, north. This is following your north node, your compass, your soul's compass. Speaking of moth, when I started my readings a number of days ago, in my meditation, I saw a moth, not the whole moth, just the face. And moth medicine speaks of, you know, how you're dealing with your emotions, how you're transforming, how you're bringing forth, well, water to me is your spiritual side, how you're bringing forth your higher self, your beliefs, your psychic abilities, your intuition. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden you're getting either downloads or you're seeing things, symbols, and not understanding what's transpiring. Just go with the flow and try to process what's being provided. Also, this card came out with the ice card, I believe it was, in the general, in the Eight of Wands reading, the reoccurring Eight of Wands, the paradigm shift. And this speaks of that to me here. The shift has happened. It's at this very moment. This reading is about the current period of union of the masculine and feminine energy, if you will, and the marriage, if you will. Anyhow, if you haven't seen that reoccurring Eight of Wands reading, the last cycle of readings I did last week, the Eight of Wands came out in like 10 of the 12 readings. So I did a reading on that. And it spoke of you know, the divine feminine coming forward. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and take a look at that. I will put a link in the description. Okay, so we have here the Five of Discs, unicursal hexagon with the Hierophant. I've already explained that. And what I find interesting, this is a male and it's pointing downwards. Female stepping up and forward, the feminine energy. And what does that mean? That means that we're at a point of no return. And I think that one of the readings a couple of weeks ago, that Eight of Water was going to the edge and it was a matter of stepping up or stepping down. I think that's part of that here too. It's you know, there's no turning back. We're moving forward. We're moving in a direction that is to bring enlightenment. And then the next card is the Prince of Wands. Wands to me is your intuition. Wands to me is you following guidance, is you taking action, being creative, having the passion to do something. There's all kinds of, with me, as far as wands go, but primarily because this is the divine marriage, that this is the joining of the male and female, and the Prince of Wands. And let me show you, it's like the Chariot. Can you see it? That just means that it's rushing in. In fact, it's illuminating so brightly. So I'm thinking that it's about having our, one second, please. I get it. We just left Leo season, right? We had the Lion's Gate. That opened the passage and allowed ease for the feminine, divine feminine, to continue her motion forward. And right now it's illuminating quite brightly, and it's going to move us quickly to a higher vibrational understanding. The Devil. This is dense energy. Leveling up from this dense putrefaction in our heart so that we can bring love, peace, happiness successfully. I like that. Okay, let's get into the clarifiers. Did not expect this, you all. But then again, nothing surprised me anymore. Interesting, this is a 5-5. Let's see if another 5 comes out. So the 5 of discs is about worry. The 5 of discs can be conflict within your energy. More importantly, what I see the 5 of discs is that we're in the center. Behind us, we have the stability and the strength. What's right behind us is our strong foundation. And 5 is about saying to yourself, or asking the questions, do I have the strength to move forward? Do I have the strength in my beliefs, in my convictions to move forward? Do I have the fortitude to continue forward? Because if you say yes and you move to the 6 of Pentacles, that's about you engaging in that energy positively and moving you forward to success. It's like wish fulfillment. So this really says to me, like, in your mind's eye, see the positive, see the light, see a higher perspective, look at things in view of your beliefs, what you feel strong about, what you believe. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. So we were talking about the number 5 and having the strength and the fortitude. to step forward with your convictions and to have that in your mind's eye, because the next would be the Six of discs. So you want to be confident when you step into that six, because that's wish fulfillment. That's engaging in that energy, which is really lovely. The clarification cards is the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So, you know, no doubt we're closing out a cycle, right? We're closing out that masculine energy that was imbalanced, and the feminine is moving forward. I like that because this is transformational, right? We're closing it out, and what's coming forward is a divine, well, it could be a divine intervention, which I believe it to be. It's wisdom coming in. It's moving forward with a fresh, I feel lighter, fresher, like I'm smelling spring flowers, if you will. And it is about our awareness, leveling up, stepping into a new dimension, stepping up or stepping down, the Eight of Water, right? That I was talking about. This is about moving forward with a great deal of knowledge from what we have learned from the past. The bottom of the deck is a Six of Swords. That's about moving to a place with wisdom, a fresh start. As I was saying, I was smelling like spring. You know, something, it just feels fresh and new and bright and shiny, and it feels good. It makes me feel like I have new passion. I feel like I'm excited because what is around me is energizing. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Another six, 6, 6. So we go 5, 5, 6, 6. Our heart space, that's here. That's the divine feminine stepping forward, or a reflection of that. This can speak of, you know, looking backwards, looking at our past. You know, maybe that's what this is that we're moving to calmer waters in comparison to our past. To our past deeds, to the past energy that really lowered our vibration, that kept us stuck in a murky situation in our existence. Oh, to the start, I am always amazed at how tarot works with me and my intuition and the messages that I receive. It just blows me away. This is about us coming to terms with what has happened in the past. This is about us moving into this new day, if you will, this marriage, this new lighter and brighter essence coming through. And it's about us seeing the past and how, well, it didn't really work for us. It was heavy. It was toxic. It was, well, I want to say ugly. And it just really wasn't working for us. And it's moving us in a position of healing. Healing, healing, healing. That's the Star. It's moving us in a position of a higher perspective, a higher vibration, lifting us to a place where we can utilize what we have. And when I say that, I'm speaking of, you know, using your intuition, tapping into your spirit guides. You know, call it prayer, call it meditation, whatever it is. It's about us going within ourselves to take the strength, the energy, the wisdom, the guidance to move us forward and to recognize it and understand it. That's the healing. About the powerfulness, is that a word? About our strength, our ability, and how powerful we are to draw on our own energies, our own essence, to bring about healing not only for ourselves, but for the collective. Yeah. What I get in this card is righting the wrongs of yesteryear. More importantly, it's about putting it in a particular perspective. There it is. You know, I did a readings like I'm sorry about shaking of the camera. I did some readings back in April about the eclipses. And I'm feeling like that seems to be coming forward. We're coming into a period of the Divine Feminine, Queen of Cups, Divine Feminine. That looks like the Queen of Cups. But it's manifesting, right? We're putting in order. That's a 3, that's a 3. We're putting in order our past. There was a reading I did about our ancestors and how I felt sad because I felt like we were going to lose them because of this process of leveling up and whatnot. We're leveling them up as well, and that we're going to lose our ancestors. I don't know what that means, but that's what this feels like. There is stability in here. There is sacredness in here. There is love in here. There is the ability to tap into your higher self. There is joy. There's a strong foundation. There is resourcefulness with our higher selves, with our energies, with our essence. Yeah. This is happening to shift our direction. This is karmic. This is changing the wheel, if you will. This is course correction, if you will. Wow, Knight of Cups. He was this way. And then the next one is the Queen of Swords. It's the wisdom of love coming forward to change our course direction. Engage in that energy. It is hopeful. It is beautiful. It will feed the souls of everyone. It will help balance all our past, the injustices, well, that one reading we were in a slumber. We're waking up. We're leveling up. We're leveling up to our enjoying, right, our spirit, our souls, bringing it forward. And the Queen of Wands. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that the Queen of Wands is my guide. But this is about being intuitive. This is about having your guides present. That's crazy. I went so deep into the shadow cards. I gotta mix these. So, making the decision to move forward, to close out a cycle, and to come out on the other end with a higher vibration. The Ace of Swords is about something new coming in. new wisdom, new thought processes, new understanding. Here we have the Hierophant and Unicrystal hexagram. This is the marriage. This is the bringing together of the male and the female energy. And that is within each of us. That is the collective. That is our existence, if you will. Yeah, please have some cards on that. I don't want a lot of cards, please. Well, all right. It's kind of hard to explain in 1 or 2 cards is what I'm getting. Okay. Yeah. This marriage of the male and female energy has been moving forward for a very long time. This wisdom has been moving forward. In fact, I'm getting it's thousands of years old. At the current time, this is the 9 of Pentacles. This is peace, harmony, love, compassion. This is abundance, being resourceful, having a sense of stability, and I would even say strength. It's transformational. And that we have the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. This is like incredible. I mean, this whole reading's incredible. What's stepping forward, the King of Wands to me is the council. It's a group of these higher beings, angels, who guide who oversee the guides for the living souls. And what's being brought forward is the wisdom so that we can be stable and feel secure. The love that's attached to it, the love of our past, whether it's good, bad, ugly, indifferent, it doesn't matter. Embrace the past, show it compassion and love, and release it to the universe, because we're in a state right now of moving rather quickly into this healing. This is a 9 vibration, healing energy, an energy that's going to revitalize us, that we're going to feel whole again, that we're going to feel love and understand our connection to the divine feminine. We are going to lift our awareness and Crow is looking over here. We're moving very quickly to an awakening. I'm sorry, I got some information, but I'm going to hold off on it. Again, the Wheel of Fortune. We're moving. That's all I gotta say. We are moving. I feel like we are on the precipice of change. We are on that edge, that Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Water, and that collective reading I did, I don't know, a month and a half ago or so. Maybe not even that far back. We're on the edge of our emotions. We're on the edge of understanding who we are as a collective, who we are as a spiritual being living a physical experience. I feel like we're on this precipice. And in that reading, the Eight of Waters, it was you step up or you step down. But no matter what you do, whatever that Two of Wands feeling is, right? The act of taking action, it doesn't matter. There's no turning back. So I do feel like something big, something amazing is stepping forward. I mean, the masculine feminine marriage, if you will, the feminine energy stepping forward is magnificent in itself, but it's almost as if, well, we're going to see it. And it's going to catapult a lot of people forward to a higher understanding. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, the journey. We're changing our direction, moving towards another number 9. So we're moving towards our inner light. We're moving towards a balanced, stable, 1 second please. Sorry about that. A little emergency with my neighbor. Neighbor helping neighbor. Maybe that's part of this reading too, having a higher understanding that we need each other and to help each other out when the time comes. So I was talking about changing our trajectory in our journey, moving in a different direction, moving to the direction of our inner light. This was the second number 9. We had a 9 of Pentacles here. That this is first of all the moon, seeing past the veil, having an understanding that that's what this awakening is bringing us towards, that feminine energy and balancing the masculine and feminine energy. This is healing. This is wish fulfillment. This is about us shining our light. And when I say shining our light, that light that I'm speaking of is source, is our higher selves, is our essence, that which we come from. Three. It's about creating with each other, working with each other, and mastering our tools, bringing forth and manifesting what we need or want. Oh, I understand. I apologize. This is about bringing forth this marriage, this masculine and feminine, and working with that energy. It's the ultimate union. Look, and I can't believe the Sun card is underneath there. Amazing. This is the ultimate union of the masculine and feminine. And then, of course, the Sun. Source, shine your light. I love how tarot cards work. They are amazing. Amazing, amazing. Don't worry, people. Everything will be okay. Now I'm getting that song. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't judge my singing. I already know that it's my voice is monotone, if you will. So the Prince of Wands. 1 second. Do I need another card? Okay. One more. The Prince of Wands. This is the action of spirit stepping forward, source, our higher selves, our light within us stepping forward. Yeah. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So we're stepping forward. We're moving really quickly. Here's the King of Cups. We're moving really quickly in this energy. Moving rather quickly with our intuition. People may be, like the uploads and messages and stuff. Some people may be getting faster, more clarity. But this is about love, about holding space with love no matter what transpires. Whether it's harsh, challenging, whoa, I can't speak. I don't know if that's Mercury retrograde. It could very well be. I just can't. It's like my tongue is 3 sizes too big in my mouth. So the King of Cups stepping forward is about us all stepping forward with love, with compassion for each other. Just like I stopped and went over and helped this person in a site next to me. She didn't know what she needed to do. And I helped her the best way I knew how. And now I know and I'm aware that if a storm comes, this woman's by herself. That maybe, I actually was telling my husband, remind me if a storm blows in to go check in on Rose. Because she is by herself. So, King of Cups. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. I think we had the 6 of Pentacles in the shadow cards here. It's about engaging in that energy. It's about engaging in the energy of love and compassion. Engaging in the energy of our higher perspective. It's about, the 6 of Pentacles is also about giving to others and helping those who can't help themselves. And then we have the 8 of Swords. This here brings me to this card. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. This is you busting away from the hardships, the entanglements that you place on yourselves. We did all this harshness here. All the worry, all that harsh energies. We did it to ourselves is what I'm saying. Is that, we interpret things in a harsh, negative way. And yes, there are horrible things that transpire with people. But this is a lightening of the energy for us to move forward for a different perspective in why we're here, what we are doing. But more importantly, it's so that we can have a different perspective in our daily lives as we interact with each other. And I like that because I myself have had a challenging time understanding the dualities of this 3D dimension, if you will, that's been happening. On the bottom of the deck, death. Now, I interpret this card in multiple ways. One is that we're closing out our old cycles and we're moving forward with a higher vibration. That we're releasing our ancestors, we're leveling them up as we level up. I also feel with all the swords that's here and the energy here is that I want to say things get worse before they get better. And I don't want to say that And that's in the collective, in the world. Things get worse before they get better. And I don't want to put out there that being pessimistic, that's not what I'm doing. That's not my purpose. I guess the message truly is that it's going to take time for some to come full circle and understand. In fact, not all are going to understand it. It's moving us. This is all about swords. One second. Swords and wands, yeah. This is about us moving. We were moving here. Moving our understanding of who we are. Moving people to search for their truth. The inner guidance. Their faith. Yeah, here's the 5. It's so that they can understand the conflicts, the difficulties. And then the Tower. Now the Tower's been popping up in a couple of readings. And that's why I was getting like, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I've had this sense for some time now that things were going to transpire. Something's going to happen. There's a celestial event. I mean, I don't know, 5 months ago, I spoke of a vision I had last summer about, I saw the sun and radiation coming towards Earth. And it was a healing, like a cleansing, a purification, if you will. But what I saw, that radiation was like a particular frequency, a particular vibration that came to us, that came to all those living on this earth. And it healed Mother Earth, it healed the human population, the animal kingdom. It was purposeful. And then I also got that our technology in regards to frequencies and vibration was going to step forward, and it is going to be medicinal. It is going to be used by medicine. Whatever all that means. I just put the information out here. But yeah, something's going to be revealed to all of us. And I really feel like we're on this precipice. It's going to cause us to pause. It's like the words I'm hearing is the Great Awakening. I just want to look at these cards 1 second. Well, that's exactly what this is. The feminine, the divine feminine stepping forward, balancing in all of us and in the world to level us up. That's the grand finale, if you will. It's meant to bring us to a pause. Whatever it is that we're going to see, whatever is going to be revealed to us, try not to react to it. Stay within yourself. Stay within your family, within your community. Help those around you. And try not to be caught up in the harshness of it, if you will. Yeah. Know that you have all that you need energetically to weather the storm. It's interesting, I said that I just did a couple of readings about the storm is coming, the storm is coming. And maybe that's what's talking in reference to here. It's on us, it's upon us. I did a reading with a friend of mine who is quite perceptive herself. She has her own guide. So it's always interesting when the two of us get together and talk about things, because it feels very powerful, and like information I'm lacking, she has. Information she's lacking, I have. But what I picked up on was something in the beginning of September, which we're at now, that something was going to transpire, and it had to do with the Northeast. It had to do with the East Coast. It had to do with, you know, I got New York. I got, I don't know what all this information is. Like I was saying before, I get these tidbits of information, strings of information, tiny itty bits of truth, and it all depends on the situation, on your situation, on how it fits within your existence. But yeah, I kind of feel like we're on a precipice of something, and I'm being brought back to that moment, that conversation I had with my friend a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, how the beginning of September, something transpiring in New York, in the Northeast, and on the East Coast. The world. Now I'm being brought back to that celestial event. Maybe there's something going to transpire. Yeah. Wow. So what I'm getting is, yeah, the world's going to go through this experience. It's meant to lift the vibration. Know that you are protected. Know that you have the inner strength. Know that you have all that you need. All that you need to see your way through whatever it is that you need to see your way through. Balance the energy. Balance it so you can expand. Release the old and allow the new expansion to come in. Don't hold too tight to that energy. Whatever is transpiring, whatever it is that is going to be seen, try not to grab onto it so tightly. Let it flow. Perhaps for those of you who might not be in it, let it flow. Let it flow by you. Wow. Rely on your inner strength, your inner knowing, your inner light, your masculine and feminine energy. Rely on that. Be of assistance to your family and those around you. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's that 3 again. Work with others. Work with others. The Hermit. Follow your guiding light. That's your journey. I'm going to leave it there. I don't know how long this is. I've kind of lost space and time with this. It was interrupted. We started out for Virgo. It turned into a collective. I'm going to leave it there. And we'll figure out if this is going to come forward with a collective or not. I feel like it is. I want to thank you all for allowing me to have this experience with you. Do like, share, and subscribe. And if you so choose, hit that notification button. It seems to really help my channel grow. For those of you who have been doing that, thank you. I really, truly appreciate it. I want you all to be well, be safe, smile, feel the light inside of you, feel the blessings that are coming your way. Be well. Peace.